Krista! So as you can see, I am buns -1 today. This isn't going to be one of our regular videos. As many of you will find out, today is Lynn's birthday, and I wanted to make her a surprise video just for her birthday. So, surprise, Lynn! Hey! I wanted to make a video just to kind of reminisce and look back on all of our years together. So what better way to do that than to show some embarrassing photos of us. 24 years ago today, the world was made a little bit brighter. Somehow, the planets were aligned, and Lynn and I were born in the same town, went to the same school, and were in the same grade. Now, we weren't really friends, at least I don't think we were, until we were probably about 11 or 12. So I'm going to fast forward until we actually met, because everything before doesn't really matter. I think that one of the things that brought us really close together was both of our obsession with Harry Potter. I remember the day that we got to watch the first Harry Potter movie in school I really don't know why. I remember sitting in Miss Sullivan's class watching the first Harry Potter movie on a tiny little TV in the corner. And I remember I was sitting next to you, and we squeed the whole time. So from that moment on, I think we were kind of drawn to each other, and no one else could really understand us. I also remember the first night I spent the night at your house, and the first night I saw your Harry Potter room in progress, and I just thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I was so excited. I think that after that first initial time that we hung out, I was pretty much over your house every weekend after that. We spent so much time together, and we did everything together. So the first picture I have is of us in 6th grade, I think, the end of 6th grade. And I guess you could say this was some of our larger days. It looks like this was in the multi-purpose room. Actually, maybe this was 7th grade, since we were upstairs in 6th grade, not downstairs. This was probably the last day of 7th grade. Before we got skinny, I guess. Hit puberty? I don't know. And I think that in 6th grade was the first time, or maybe it was even 5th grade, the first time I went to your birthday party at your old house, and that's where you had the swimming pool and the hot tub. I have a picture of all of us there, but I couldn't find that one. The next picture I have is of us. I'm pretty sure this is in your mom's van, and this is when we got a little obsessed with Star Wars, it looked like, and strawberry shortcake, because that's what's on my shirt. I remember your mom just driving us around wherever we asked her to, going to Borders for Harry Potter candy or Taco Bell at 3 in the morning. I also remember wearing way too much makeup, and it looked like we had dipped ourselves in flour by the time we were done. So another picture, or pictures that I have, is it looks like it's from a photo booth in a mall. And I think this was probably 8th grade. Probably right before you moved, I'm thinking. I judge these, time-wise, by what glasses I was wearing, by the way. I'm pretty sure we were there with friends this day, but apparently we kicked them out of the photo booth, and it was just us. Or they ran away, screaming. And this picture is our 8th grade graduation. And that looks like somebody's dad peeking around the corner in the background. I remember this day was kind of bittersweet because I knew it was our last summer of you living here for a while, as far as I knew back then. So we had a lot of fun the summer of 8th grade and after, before you moved. I remember when we had the graduation party at the Arnold house, and that was a lot of fun. Both of our families were there, and we got to play on the beach. That was pretty cool. And I vividly remember the day that you moved. It was probably one of the hardest things that either of us have gone through. I remember after you left, it kind of felt like the carpet had been ripped out from under me. You know, I knew some people that were going. I had a couple of friends from Slade that were going to my high school, but it just wasn't the same with you out in Florida and not being there. I think that we both went through a very deep depression after you left. It was really hard. And even though we talked every single night on the phone for hours, it really just killed me that I couldn't be there in person to give you a hug when you needed it, or just be around each other. Because high school is kind of one of the hardest parts of people's lives. It's a lot of changes, and your emotions are running rampant, and you're just trying to fit in. And it was really hard to fit in high school without you there. And in the end, there was a couple people I talked to, but I think you were the only person that I consistently talked to every day. I don't think a lot of people have such strong friendships that can last even when you're not there in person. So the next two pictures I have are of, I believe, the first time I visited you. No. Shh. Shh. No. So the next two pictures I have are from the first time that I visited you in Florida with my dad. Looks like in this one that we're trying to cook something. I don't know what it was. There's Corona on your fridge. I don't remember that. Clearly someone was hiding it from us. And then this one, I guess that our parents got us a cake to celebrate all three of our birthdays. Whenever you left, I think part of that depression was both of us lost a lot of weight. And it looked very unhealthy. I know on my part, at least, it was really hard to adjust. And I don't ever think that I fully adjusted after you left. It was really hard going through all the crap with family without you here. I mean, I know you were the only person really there for me to begin with. But just know that you helped so much, just even by talking to me on the phone for hours and letting me rant and vent to you about everything. I don't know if I would have made it if I didn't have you to talk to. This picture was when you came to Maryland and we surprised you at the airport. Your aunt and grandma came and picked me up, and I came with them to get you guys from the airport. I just love your face in this one. I had to add that in there for comic relief. And then the last three pictures I have are just a couple of us together, you know, on visits. I think a couple of them are at your grandma's house. This one I think is at a mall or something. But yeah, I thought I'd just add those in there for sentimental value. We passed a lot of our time taking pictures of each other, but there really aren't that many of us together. Not that I have, at least. So last, I found a letter that I wanted to read. This is a letter that you wrote me not long after you moved. And I thought it was really sweet, so I thought I would read some of it. I'll skip over some of the more personal parts. Okay, so it starts. Hey Krista, I miss my home. I miss my home. Oh. I miss my home, Taco Bell eating, Red Bull drinking, crazy and fun, bestest of the best friend. Life hasn't been and won't be the same until you and me are back in the same state. I miss you so much, and I know you know it because I say it every day. I'm sorry I can't be there with you to help you through everything. You've helped me so much over the years, and I know I can never repay you, but I just wanted to say thank you again, because you are such an amazing person. I know we're going to have a blast when you come down here this summer. We are the two single most awesome people I know. I feel like I'm trapped in this never-ending nightmare. I just need someone to talk to in person. You are the best, because I can talk to you about anything, and I know that you won't judge me. I miss you so much, it's unbearable. We've had such great times together and created such wonderful memories that we never seem like we are as far apart as we really are. Looking back now, we could have done anything in the whole world, anything we wanted. Nothing seemed impossible. I never would have thought in a million years that we would be separated and have to learn to live without the both of us at each other's sides. I know no matter what, that you will be with me through everything, and I never have to be alone because you have a special place in my heart that no one else will ever fill. I wish there was a way that I could be back in Maryland. This state really blows. I love you, and I miss you, and don't you forget it. Love always, Lynn. I know I have probably a million of these letters, but I just thought that one was really nice, and I wanted to share it in case you didn't remember writing it. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to share, and just wanted you to know how much I appreciate you and how thankful I am that I get to call you my best friend. So I hope you have an awesome birthday, and I'm really glad that I get to spend it with you. I hope you like this video, and sorry to any of our other viewers who are watching this if it was really boring and cheesy and sentimental. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled videos after this. If I'm late on uploading this, I'm sorry. I'm really bad at editing. And I don't have your Mac to use iMovie, so I'll have to find another program to use, I guess. So happy birthday. I'll see you soon, and I love you, chummy.